So pretty though, like look at that. It's so good looking. And then on top of that too, even just the woodwork you can see here on the side, very, very pretty. This is really cute already. Oh my gosh. Did they do this by hand, this little origami? Oh, this looks so good already. This looks really cool. And what's this? I think these are accessories. Oh, the way they packed these are really cool too. Yeah, I hope they do another run of these or something. This is really neat. Okay, this is really cute, first of all. This little origami. Oh, this is really nice. Look at the way they did the bottom too. So I think the only thing, and I don't know if this is just a byproduct of shipping, is I can see the wood, or I don't know if the brass has shifted a little bit. Kind of looks like you can shift this up and down. You can sort of see through it because it kind of looks like maybe the brass weight did shift because the holes are not aligned properly. That'd probably be one piece of criticism. But I mean, even outside of that, this looks so cool. Little cork feet on the bottom. Yeah, I think wooden keyboards have gone a long way. I mean, I think this is a really good test of the endurance of this particular board as well, because this got lost in, well, not lost, but this got stuck in transit for so long that it probably went through the ringer of temperatures and mishandling. So this is a cool little project for sure. The finishing on the wood's not like 100%, I'd say. Like you can sort of see that it's, I don't know the right word for this. It feels like the stain didn't 100% take on everything, but I'm not seeing any warping or any sort of flaws with how this is. The inside's a little rough, like on the edges on the inside, but even that is not a huge deal once you put the switches and keycaps on. This is really cool. And this is designed by Shuni, by the way, guys. Yeah, they have their own web shop, and I think they already sold out of these, unfortunately, but I would love to see them run this again if this turns out awesome. Even the recessed USB-C cable with the wood over here is really cool. Even the grooves on the side, like look at that side profile. That is fun looking. This is a nice project. The weight's really cool on this too. I'm liking this a lot. I believe this was rather expensive when it did come out. 425 CAD, I don't know how much that translates into USD, but... And there was a solderable one in a hot swap unit, as well as an aluminum or palm plate. Dude, this would look so good with just a beige keycap set. Like, I'm already envisioning how this can be the coolest thing ever. Oop, just under 300 USD. Oh, that's smart. They have the screws underneath these cork feet. Oh, this is cute. I can't say I've ever seen anything like this. I'm a little concerned with how fragile these cork feet might be. All right, so let's open this thing up and get to our PCB combo here. Does this come off nicely? Oh yeah, it does. All right, so what do we got in here? That's also really cool. They have this keyboard with little felt pads, so I'm assuming it doesn't just kind of rub against each other and create some weird friction, which I assume is also like some sort of force break, which is probably unnecessary for this, but I mean, actually, I don't know. I don't want to say it's unnecessary, but that's interesting. This actually has a little bit of weight to it as well because of this brass piece, which I'm probably going to realign afterwards. And this is basically a top mount. I think the only thing I don't love about this PCB right away is I don't like this. This is a grounding sort of pad that I guess touches the brass. Can't say I'm a huge fan of when people do that with their PCBs, but it is what it is, I guess. They have metal inserts on all the wood. The knobs being made out of wood is also such a nice touch on this board. This looks cool. I didn't catch the beginning of the stream, so this is the first look at the board. Yeah, this is a very fun project. Shuni here is the person behind it. Again, I wanted to stream this so long ago, but we had delays with shipping and all this other stuff, but there is so much passion that went into this project, and you can tell Shuni put a lot of work into this. But like some of the finishing on the top case it's all right. You can see some of the stain maybe didn't hit the board properly here. For the most part though, like, you know, like I wouldn't really notice that unless you're looking super, super close, which most people probably will. But it is a very nice board. Even the wooden knobs are like such a beautiful touch to this as well. Like so nice. So pretty though, like look at that. It's so good looking. And then on top of that too, even just the machining or the woodwork you can see here on the side, very, very pretty. Some other key notes here, just we'll bring up on the bottom. We do have a universal daughter board. These are some of the new stuff you can get from, I think Canon Keys sells these ones. I like these little force brake pads. I don't know if force braking is completely necessary, or I don't know if that's the intention of what these are. Just some pads to make the wood not just rub one another. But really, really interesting way to kind of circumvent that. And then even the weight over here. The weight I do need to readjust a little bit. Seems like it can shift a little bit within its slot. Now, I wonder, what keycap set should we use? I almost feel like we should go with a gray set. Or not a gray set, a beige set. This is cool. Yeah, it's an interesting little project, huh? I wonder how it's gonna sound. Oh, my cable does not... This particular cable impacts the top over here, Shuni. So if you do have a thicker cable, yeah, I can't get this particular cable in. Hold on one second. No, this one here is a bit thinner, so this should technically work. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Cool. So what do both the knobs do? So this is volume. What is this bound to? Is this... Oh, this is left and right. Shuni, this looks really nice, dude. No scraping on the knobs, too. That is a really, really good thing. This might be my favorite wooden board to date. Yeah, this is really nice. I think this and the Goodwood might be visually some of my favorite. Like, this looks so nice on my desk right now. Look at this. It is just a super minimal, clean aesthetic. Let's see what the way this sounds. Now, again, this is made of wood. Don't expect this to sound like an aluminum board. And let's see. Palm plate, latte switches, and GMK keycaps. Sound-wise, this is nice. It definitely has a little bit more of I don't want to call it wooden sounding, so I feel like that's not a thing. Distinct kind of hollowness out of it. But I think it's quite nice. Yeah, it's like resonant, but not an aluminum resonant. It's kind of echoey a little bit. But I actually think that works for the alphas. Yeah, actually, FR just mentioned too, the alphas are nice. I think it sort of works for the spacebar too. I think maybe for the spacebar of this particular board, not that I feel like desoldering this at the moment, but I feel like if you're going to use a switch here, maybe we use a long pull switch for the spacebar to make it a little bit more loud and pronounced. Right away though, I can tell you, I would have actually preferred, and this is a personal preference thing, maybe the typing angle should be a little bit more exaggerated and the front height should be a little bit more lower. I think that would have worked really well for some added comfort to this board, because it is a little bit, you do have to kind of raise your hands a little bit for this. Not uncomfortable, but definitely a little bit something I'm not used to at the moment. I really like this board. This is really nice shooting. You killed it with this, dude. Some changes I'd like to see for sure, but I think even in its current form, like if you were to make more exactly like this is really nice. Like I said, my major concern would be the finishing, which you already said, that's looked into, you're working that out. Alignment, I don't think that's an issue at all. You mentioned you were a little bit nervous about that, but I don't really see any alignment problems. This is a really fun project, man. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.